Good morning, everyone. This here is Tracilyn, and I am over here at a place that back in 2010-ish, I was going to NSAI meetings, and what that is Nashville Songwriters Association International. It is where there's groups of people internationally that meet at various locations. You know, in this situation, this was a location for the Dayton, Cincinnati, Columbus, Ohio, and anybody else who wanted to come in this area to this meeting place. And what we would do is we would kind of socialize, and once we got started, we would bring lyric sheets and stuff to current songs we were writing, and we would disperse them amongst ourselves, and we would take turns kind of critiquing, evaluating, and rejoicing in the songs that we were writing, whether together, some of us sometimes co-writing, or a lot of people, such as myself, the majority of the time, would have to say that I wrote alone. Yes. But being here, you're always open to input, insight. So this is what the place is called. I don't know if it's a functioning business right now, but oh, it is a Vineyard Church. And evidently they have worship on Sunday mornings at 10:30. I should remember that. I wonder if it's a friendly church. Do you think so? So I don't know if I'm allowed to go indoors or not, so I'm going to walk around the building. This was one of my favorite places to come. It has a nice big parking lot, so there was plenty of parking. And I would usually park over there where my car is, somewhere in that area. And then you walk up the steps. And into the door. We're going to look really quick. Hopefully, don't get yelled at. I would carry my guitar in its case. And I liked stepping on this. Not that I remember, I haven't stepped on anything like that since my Jonestown house that I lived in, which is a wooden porch. And I like the way it sounded when my mom used to carry me. Sometimes she would go in the front door instead of the side back door. And to hear that at night when she was carrying me. And then when I used to walk on it. Hear that? Can you hear it? I like the sound of a wooden porch. I'm a little chilly. And anyway, this is kind of like a house. And there was kind of like a big living room. And what we would do when we would come is kind of talk to each other about various things, all kinds of things. And I call it social time. And then we would sit kind of like in a circle in the room in there. I don't know if you can see. And then we would get out our lyric sheets, and sometimes people would, they would have recordings of their songs, so then they would play it for everyone, and we could follow along with the lyric sheet. Or they would bring an instrument. For me, I brought my acoustic guitar, and I would play my song while others reviewed the lyrics, and then they would give input on what they thought might be in a manner to improve the songs, to make it stronger. That's it. 2010. This is where Tracilyn would come, is see what people thought of the songs that she wrote. What do you think? Is it a hit? So I'm going to walk around here really quick. And If it's a functioning church, maybe I'll have to stop by here sometime. And then I'll get to go indoors and maybe take a photograph or two. I like this too. I don't want to walk on it right now. Hear the metal? I like that. So it's over here. Excuse me. East Ridge Way. You see it? And get this. Maple Avenue. I used to live on Maple Street, East Maple Street. And this is the front of the building. Let's get it in. See it? And they have a front porch here too. And I like this, the wooden porch. You hear it cracking? We can't see inside though. I was hoping I could sneak a peek. Sneak a peek? Can we sneak a peek? It's like I remembered. See, there's couches. Can you see them? There's couches and there's chairs. There's rocking chairs. I used to like coming here. It was usually, I guess if it was in the fall and winter, right, it would have been dark, and I would come up this hill. We go inside, talk, and critique each other's songs. And then we would discuss where we would meet again. We met here, and then we met at the food market that I was sharing with you. And I was hoping a similar incident would not happen here, so I'm only staying here for a limited time. I have an appointment with one of my doctors today, and I have spare time. I always leave early so I can do something while I'm in the local area. Let's go this way, through the yard. There we go. I might have turned it off. I don't know how long it was off. But see, it's like I like this place because it was kind of like going to somebody's house. Classic house. You see it? And it has a yard, a little yard. I like it. Actually, it's much bigger than a lot of homes I lived in. See? Alright, we're gonna walk around. And you see the tree? Look at this window pane up here. You see that? It's pretty lit. Down a step, and we did a full circle. Look at the size of our mailbox. Just so you know, Tracilyn, this is 38 North Main Street. Do you think I was right after I was 38? 38, 39, 40, somewhere in there when I used to come here. And we, of course, say goodbye to everyone. We would talk about where we're going to meet next. We're going to come back here. Every light in the house is on. The front walk is like there's something dawn. Front walk looks like runway lights, kinda like noon in the dead of night. Every light in the house is on, just in case you ever do get tired of being on. Every light on the house is on. It used to be one of my favorite country songs for quite a while. Makes you think. Very deep. So, ta-da! This was about as close as I got to Nashville, in my opinion, on a regular basis. As I could. And there we go. Ta-da! And then I would walk down the steps. Come on, I gotta go do it again. With a knowing. Look, it's actually called, what? The Clarence Nutt House. The Clarence Nutt House. And Centerville, I'm assuming this is Centerville. Historical Commission, 1908. Wow. And then down these steps. Brr, I hope it was it winter at all during those times? Icy out? Don't slip. Goodbye, Nut House. Is that where all the nuts hang out? The crazy nuts, the psychopaths who write songs. Ta-da! Tree. Goodbye, house. Hope I get to see you again sometime. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. Anyway, that's my good news. I'm going to be making a small update later on. I'm glad I made this video. I wasn't going to, and then I was looking for places to drive while I was waiting to go to my doctor's appointment, and I ended up taking a turn and coming up here, and then I saw the building. And I'm hoping in time, not now, not right right now I'm currently finishing up my 4th album. A studio album is an album of songs that I've written, different versions of them, and I call them remakes. And it's things that whether I had trouble in the recording studio originally recording the song exactly the way I wanted to, so I had some kind of problems, or I couldn't get out of me what it was that I was attempting to do. And also, I also had a tendency of, in 2012, well, I should say since 2010 when I used to come here, I think it was 2010, maybe 2011, but when I used to come here, after that, I started busking a lot in 2012, and through 2010 to like 2014, I had the opportunity to play my songs that I've written a couple different ways. And there's ways that I really enjoy playing, and then there was this sitting down for the first time in a recording studio, physically by myself at least, and that I'm aware of, and as I was recording, it became, in a sense, confusion to what would be an actual studio recording. So I'll explain a little bit more of that on a song that I'm working on called Happy, that I wrote all the way back when I was in junior high school. And I'm finally doing a second version of it, and I hope it turns out wonderful. So far, I laid down the acoustic track the way I love to play, and I laid down the tempo. I did do another version of Happy, and that's a very good example of something I will explain eventually. This was a blessed day for me. I got to meet the pastor of a church. Let me show you really quick. Over here is the church, evidently, that he speaks at. And I found out that at times there is some sort of youth meeting, and, obviously people do other things in there I shouldn't probably talk about, but other things. And sometimes there is like an open mic night that they had for a small season of time, and it could happen again. So it'd be a nice opportunity to go inside and show you what one of the writers' meeting houses were like for me during a very challenging time when somebody else was helping me out a lot in pretty much taking care of me and providing me with a home and food while I healed from a lot of things that I endured psychologically as well as physically, and continue to work on my music and sought out other means and ways that I could take care of me to the better of my ability. I gotta get going. I have an appointment. So, car is now fixed. I can finally share the video and give some updates and this video of NSAI meeting. Hopefully someday in the future I will get to meet again with other NSAI members. One thing I loved about this meeting group of people is there was no fee to me, and considering that I was unemployed at the time, somebody else was helping me, I really, really wanted to network with other people who were songwriters, that they really wanted to be, maximize their fullest potential of being a songwriter, or for whatever reason, but I wanted to meet with others who were very interested as a songwriter in learning more about the craft, more about what makes a hit song, how do we bring a song or a thought of a song into a form that is enjoyable for ourselves and others to listen to. And this was a great place for it. There was a lot of awesome songwriters. I learned a lot by listening to other people's music in this place. Somebody had given me a song. I still have it in my song book. They wanted me to record it for them. And I'm hoping someday I will be able to. I would love to be able to talk to that person, to discuss some things. Maybe someday, not so far away from now, maybe like 5 years or so, but I'll be able to record it. And I got that song right here. So I would love to talk to anybody from NSAI. If you see this video, give me a message, private message me, or email me at tracilyn21@gmail.com, or at my Yahoo account, which is Tracilyn, I think, 147. Okay. Goodbye, everyone. I love you.